Well, there is one heck of a controversy brewing tonight over John McCain and his position on the Iraq War. We will get to it in 1 second, but first, McCain attacking his rivals today on Iraq, calling Clinton and Obama's plan to pull out our troops irresponsible, while arguing that the troop surge is working.
To promise a withdrawal of our forces from Iraq, regardless of the calamitous consequences to the Iraqi people, our most vital interests, and the future of the Middle East, is a height of irresponsibility. It is a failure of leadership.
My next guest calling McCain a, quote, warmonger at an Obama event over the weekend and spurring a pointed back and forth between the two candidates. But Ed Schultz says he is not about to apologize for his tone or his choice of words. And Liberal radio host Ed Schultz joins us again tonight. Hi, Ed.
Hi, Megan.
Boy, oh boy, you know how to set off a firestorm. You call John McCain a warmonger, and then the McCain camp demands an apology from Obama. Obama's campaign comes out and says McCain is not a warmonger and he should not be referred to as such. Do you stick to your words?
Absolutely, I stick to my words. John McCain's policies undoubtedly fit the definition of a warmonger.
How so?
You know, if they can get Condoleezza Rice on the same ticket with John McCain, we can have the warmongering ticket.
How?
This is outrageous. He has no plan to get out of Iraq. He wants the Russians out of the G8. He wants to build up the military, doesn't offer a way how to pay for it. I mean, this is outrageous, Megan. Somebody's got to challenge him. He is a warmonger.
Let me just play for you a soundbite from McCain's speech that he gave last week on his position on war, and then let's pick it up from there.
I detest war. It might not be the worst thing to befall human beings, but it is wretched beyond all description. When nations seek to resolve their differences by force of arms, a million tragedies ensue. The lives of a nation's finest patriots are sacrificed. Innocent people suffer and die.
Ed, does that sound like somebody who loves war?
That's a piece of audio recently of John McCain, but he was also on the stump in New Hampshire, and he said, "I will take care of Iran." Now, will the real John McCain please stand up? It's interesting today. He spoke to the VFW down in the southern part of the United States, and he wouldn't commit to the GI Bill. In fact, he didn't even mention the GI Bill, and for the VFW, that is their #1 priority.
Ed, do you really think John McCain, who is a veteran and a war hero himself, doesn't want to support the troops?
Wait a second. This war hero stuff, nobody is taking anything away from John McCain. It's where he is right now. He wants to expand the military. He doesn't know how he's going to pay for it. He will not end the strategy of the Bush administration in Iraq. He leaves it open-ended. And then also he wants to throw the Russians out of the G8. I mean, what diplomatic effort is John McCain putting forward for the United States? The man is a warmonger. I'm not going to back away from that.
In Iran, John McCain has said that military action should be used as a last resort. And John McCain has made clear all along, Ed, that while the reason he wanted the troop surge was to protect our troops who are already over there and try to bring this military conflict to an end sooner rather than later. How is that warmongering?
He won't set a deadline, and John McCain has even gone so far as to say that the Democrats want to surrender in Iraq. Now, in all due respect, some Democrats have lost their lives in Iraq. Now, the Democrats want to change policy. They don't want to surrender. The fact is, John McCain has never set a date at all to try to draw home the troops. He has never set the benchmarks as to what success is. He hasn't defined that at all. The man's a warmonger. I'm not going to get away from that.
We asked McCain's camp to put somebody on so that they could argue against you, but they didn't give us anybody. They did give us this statement, Ed. Let me read it to you and get you to react. They say, quote, repeatedly calling John McCain a warmonger is not honest, and it is not the new politics Senator Obama claims to support. It is clear that these shameless attacks aren't going to cease, and it's clear that Obama's campaign is not going to condemn them or take any serious action to promote a respectful dialogue on this issue. Apparently, only some words matter to Barack Obama. They say that your attack is not honest, and they're holding it against Barack Obama, who you were introducing when you made these remarks.
Well, first of all, I didn't introduce Barack Obama. Secondly, that's a pretty good pivot by the McCain camp because I don't speak for Barack Obama. And Barack Obama doesn't speak for me. In fact, I have not contributed one dime to his campaign or to Senator Clinton's campaign. The McCain camp wants this story to go away. I can tell you my listeners are all over this. They believe that he's a warmonger. They believe that this is not disrespectful to label a candidate that is in parallel with his policies. And I'll debate the McCain people anytime.
Now, Webster's dictionary says warmonger is one who wages or attempts to stir up war. The McCain camp certainly thinks you have mislabeled him, given that definition. You disagree. The debate continues. Ed Schultz, thanks for coming on and discussing it.
Good to be with you, Megan. Thank you.
15 days away, the lead is shrinking in Pennsylvania.